Today, I'm making pambazos. For my pambazos, I like to make my own chorizo. I use the meat grinder attachment for the KitchenAid. I like to know exactly what's going into my food. If you want, you can skip this step. I suggest buying premium chorizo from your local carniceria. I wanted to keep it traditional, so I bought some A5 Wagyu. You don't have to buy an A5, you can use chuck roast or pork butt. So I'm going to cube these up and then I'm going to feed them into the tray up top. And then our ground meat will come out on the other end. Now that we have our ground meat, we can add our spices. I also added a clove of crushed garlic, a tablespoon of white vinegar, mix it up and set it aside. Now we are going to make our potatoes. I have baby gem potatoes on hand. Luckily the skin is pretty thin on these potatoes, so I'm not going to bother peeling them. I'm just going to dice them and boil them until they are fork tender. With our potatoes and chorizo done, we can start making the filling for our pambazos. All of the fat cooked out of the A5, and this was a complete disaster and a waste of money. I spent over $100 on that steak that I turned into Sloppy Joe mix, so if you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it to help me recoup some losses. Now I'm going to make a red sauce. I'm going to dip the bread into this before baking it. Now this one is going to be super simple. I'm just going to rehydrate some guajillos, add some garlic and some spices, a little bit of water, that's it. With our salsa listo, we can now dip the bread into it and then bake it. I'm using a King's Hawaiian sweet roll. This is the most authentic flavor for a pambazo. With our bread and filling ready, let's start assembling the sandwich. We're going on with the Sloppy Joe. Queso fresco. Some lettuce I chopped up a week ago. Pickled jalapenos. They're from a can, I just put them in that jar. And we're actually going to cut these up into sliders. Well, this was pretty much a disaster. Here I am making stupid faces, trying to get a thumbnail. I'm just going to one bite this. That is disgusting. If you want to see more of this guy, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you don't, I definitely don't blame you.